What's your opinion on activations? Because you see this a lot in, at least in elite sport these days, and you're seeing it more and more on social media. You'll see people going through these elaborate warm up routines, what they call activations. Can you explain like what an activation is and whether or not this is something that is effective for you to do pre-run or pre-workout?
Yeah, I think it's super effective. I mean, I think activations are just a fancy term for warm up. Like there's a reason we warm up and there's a reason we try and get things active and moving. And that's so we're more successful during a run or our lift. Prior to all of my lifts, I have my runners go through warm ups or activations, which are just going to pretty much use the muscles that they're going to kind of like lightly use the muscles that they're then going to use during the lift. So, for example, I have glute bridges and I have clamshells in my warm ups, and I have them do a bunch of them. So it gets that motion working. So it gets the neuromuscular activation of the muscle and it gets blood flow to the muscle. So then when they actually go do the motion, it's just warmed up. It's going to activate a little bit better. And when we say activation, so maybe I should explain that the way our muscles work is they're connected to nerves, and it's our nerves that activate the muscles. So the muscles just don't work by magic. They're connected to our brain by nerves. So we tell it what to do. Then we get an electrical impulse that goes through our nerve, hits the muscle, and then it activates it literally and contracts it. So sometimes if you haven't been using a muscle for a long time, it takes the body a second to be able to figure out how to activate it again. We have these other things in our body called motor units where that's the amount of like muscle fibers that a nerve is connected to. And they're not always all firing. So you can get like motor unit recruitment like half the time or like half of your motor units recruiting versus 100% of your motor units recruiting. So if you're doing activations and warm ups and stuff like that, it's going to get more of those motor units actually recruiting and actually activating a muscle. I don't know if, all the people doing these warm ups and posting them actually know if that's what they're talking about, but that is what is happening.